Hi, I'm Tim Rock Reigns, and you're watching Eric Live on the Air.
Stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock. Stop the rock, can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock, you can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock.
Say something and it's not like one word answer. If it's one word that you have, then great.
Okay.
But like, whatever you think of when you get this player or anything like that.
Okay.
Derek Jeter.
Great player.
Mariano Rivera.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable, really.
Paul O'Neill.
One of the greatest hitters I ever played with.
A-Rod.
Probably one of the greatest players I ever played the game.
The Kid, Jr., Ken Griffey.
Again, another guy that one of the greatest players I ever played. Did it all. Could run, throw, hit for power, hit for an average. I mean, did it all.
Barry Bonds.
Obviously, without question, one of the greatest players I've ever played.
Joe Torre.
Friend of mine. I started with the Yankees the year he started, and my favorite manager of all time.
George Steinbrenner.
Difficult, but I would play for him anytime.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I would have got the opportunity when I was a kid to play for the Yankees and to play for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a guy that people love to hate, but he was great to me, and I enjoyed playing for him.
I feel like he just knew what he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he went about it the wrong way, but
Well, he liked
you know,
to assert his
he could do
power.
whatever he wanted.
He showed people what he wanted. Josh Hamilton.
He's got a chance to be, you know, like a Griffey or a Bonds or a A-Rod.
Tex. Mark Teixeira.
New York is not treating him right.
No.
Oh, he's not playing. I feel at his total capabilities. I think playing here in New York has some bearings on that. He seems like he's having fun, but you can tell deep down inside he's not really having that much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been there, what, 3-4 years?
Oh.
Maybe 5?
4, 5, possibly. It might be 5. It might be 5.
And, you know, was a great player. I just think that he's, you know, playing in Texas, it wasn't that much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Playing in Atlanta wasn't that much pressure. It's a total type of pressure,
Mm-hmm.
different type of pressure. Playing here in New York, expectations, and you have to show New York fans that you're a great player, and you have to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's proven that he's got an opportunity to be a great player, but I don't think he's proving that. You know, he's really not where the fans or the media wants him to be offensively. He's a great defensive player.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And offensively, I don't think he's hit his stride yet. And I still think he has room to do that.
Albert Pujols.
Well, it was a tough year this year. It's the toughest year of his career up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's played, 30-something games.
32-ish?
And I think by the time the season's over, he's going to have his number.
Jose Canseco. I just wanted to hear a reaction. Good. You know he's going to be coming here on Thursday, so.
It's hard to say anything about that.
No? Nothing?
You know, when he played, you know, he was a special player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hit 40 home runs and stole 40 bases. I mean, he did some stuff a lot of people can't do.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it for a nice little stretch. I mean, I think he was close to 500 home runs too.
I think he's 473 or something like that. It's
So I mean, he proved that he belonged in the major leagues. Just some of the other stuff, I don't think makes him such a popular guy.
no. Well, something that comes along with him, steroids.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I want to be a player to be affiliated to, to steroids. I think that's what he is right now.
Well, what do you think about when you hear steroids?
You think about Jose Canseco,
Yeah.
the first guy that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And he admitted it. And
I'll give him credit. He's the only guy that pretty much really just been like, well, yeah, I did it.
yeah,
That's the only thing I can give him credit for.
Yeah, that's what he got going for.
He's got-
I don't think that's a good thing. But
Well, I don't know if that's a
he does
good
that.
thing, but Tony Gwynn.
Great player, Hall of Famer, deserve everything, deserve every accomplishment that he accomplished.
Rickey Henderson.
Another one, great. I mean, we came around the same era. People call me the Rickey Henderson of the National League. I was, I looked at it like, Rickey was the Tim Raines of the American League.
Yeah. That's the
But
nice
I
thing
mean,
to say.
he was my kind of player. I mean, we were the same type of player, and the only difference was I was a switch hitter, threw right-handed. He was a right-handed hitter that threw left-handed, and but we kind of played the game the same way.
What differentiates you two?
Well, Rickey ran to become the best ever.
Yeah.
He wanted to become the best ever that's, in stolen bases. I didn't really see it that way. I played the game to win. It wasn't about my accomplishment.
Do you think you're more of a team player than?
Oh, big time. Okay. I mean, I played the game to win, but I didn't play the game to have status.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like whatever I did on the field was the way I played the game, not because I wanted to be known as the best at one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Rickey ran to become the all-time leader in stolen bases.
He did it.
And he did it.
Yeah.
So I mean, the one thing I didn't do was, I didn't try to steal a base just to patent my stats. And I think he did that throughout his career, and that's why he is what he is. But I mean, if I looked at it the same way as he did, I probably would have the same amount. But I mean, I didn't play the game that way.
Do you think that the team player is the more important player than the stats batting guy?
Well, it's according to what type of team you're on. I mean, if you're on a team that won a lot, then that works for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wanted to protect my teammates as well as myself. Obviously, he didn't get thrown at, but a lot of people disliked him for running when, the game was out of hand. He always did that. I never really did that. I mean, I wouldn't just take a base just because
I want a base.
I wanted to pad my stats. If I want to get 100 stolen bases, probably 30 or 40 of those were just given because the game's out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the reason why they changed the rule from, when the guy doesn't hold the guy on at first base and he takes off and steals the base, it's not a stolen base anymore.
Yeah.
Back then it was. So, I mean, steal second, steal third, but no one ever attempted to throw you out or easy stolen bases.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't put myself in that position, because at the time it didn't really matter. I mean, why am I stealing with down 9 runs? My run doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So, not to say that's the reason. I mean, he still was a great player.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take it away from him. He was a great
He had
player.
3,000 hits. I mean, he had more walks than anyone, scored more runs than anyone. So, I mean, he was a great athlete and a great player.
Bud Selig. He was the commissioner when you were playing. He just came in around that time,
Right
right?
around the time I left, Peter Ugroff was around when I was there. I think it's hard when you have an owner that's the commissioner.
Yeah.
I don't know he had to give up his team, but gonna give up the team to be commissioner. I'm sure.
I'm sure there's still special little things for Milwaukee.
Well, I mean, I just think, being a commissioner, I think he should be someone that actually doesn't really have much to do with the game or the teams that are
just a random guy off the street, basically.
Not off the street, but someone that has some type of background and knows the game, but someone that's not an owner or a player.
It's kind of like, imagine if George Steinbrenner took over as owner. Obviously, the Yankees would still have something a little special from Steinbrenner.
I mean, I just think you need someone that's neutral, that can decide what's best for both sides and not just, being an owner looking at the owner's side, not really knowing much about the player side. And I've always been that guy that always fought against the players. Now suddenly he's over everybody. And as long as he's been the owner of Milwaukee, he was on the other side. So now he's like the boss.
Yeah.
So, still, everything has to go through the commissioner's office. And, I wouldn't mind they having an ex-player being a commissioner.
I can see it.
We'll see what happens then.
A guy that's been on a lot of teams, though. You can't have a guy that's like Derek Jeter, because...
No, I think as a player, you don't look at just the team you play for.
Yeah.
I mean, because you play for that team and you're a part of that team while you're wearing that uniform. But once you're out of uniform, you can still like the team, but it's all about baseball.
Yeah.
It's not about that team, it's about baseball. And that's where the commissioner should look at things. It's about baseball and what's best for the game, not what's best for the owners or what's best for the players. It's what's best for both sides, meeting in the middle and getting something done. But it's always going to be a situation where, neither side really wants to give. The players don't want to give, the owners don't want you to have anything.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be that situation. But, I think he's done a great job since he's been in office. And, baseball still goes on.
It does. 96-98 Yankees.
Best teams ever.
Yeah. Which team was better?
I would say the 98 team was a little bit better than the 96 team.
The 98, that's the year you guys had the most wins until Seattle broke it.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy to think.
But they didn't. We had more because we won the World Series.
That's true.
Seattle didn't get past the first round.
I mean, so you think 98 team was the best team?
Oh yeah.
What made it so special?
Well, it was a team that still veteran, a lot of veterans, and guys liked each other. Everybody kind of liked each other, and then their whole 25-man roster pulled for one another. I mean, you're gonna have some teams that have guys who
like themselves more than the team.
Just worry more about themselves than anybody else. This team, if I was on that team and I didn't play, I wasn't pissed because I wasn't playing. I'm pulling for my teammates. It was 25 guys fighting for the same thing, and there was some talented older players that knew how to play the game.
Yeah.
And if you ask Joe Torre, he would probably say that team was just a joy to manage because he really didn't have to manage. He just kind of filled out the lineup and let us play.
Yeah.
We have respect for him. He had respect for us. And I think that's what it takes to be a successful team, is having mutual respect from the first guy to the 25th guy, and from the manager to the pitching coach and all the coaches that's on staff. And that was a very together team. I mean, and I think you need that to win world championships, but I have never been on a team that was this close.
And the last one, Tim Raines.
Great player, can get along with anyone, love to laugh, love to have fun, but love to work hard.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, man.